Hi everyone, winter is coming. I know the days and nights are definitely getting cooler here in Southern California. We're looking forward to some more fires in the chimney very soon. Maybe winter is already hitting your area. Some people have already gotten snow, gotten frost. The summer garden is done. Maybe you've got your cool weather vegetables in. But today I want to do a quick little video on 3 things you need to know so that you can grow vegetables inside in the wintertime and still get your gardening fix on. So come on inside with me and we'll check out the indoor garden setup. You ready, Mac? Let's go. Any idea on the first thing you need to know when growing veggies indoors? If you guessed what to grow, you're right. My advice on that is to keep it small and keep it simple. Don't try and grow full-size tomato plants, cucumbers, or squash inside. You're just going to get overwhelmed. So what I like to do is to stick to 4 main crops inside: herbs, greens, microgreens, and a dwarf tomato to keep it simple and to fit my indoor growing space. Well, here you go, guys, my little indoor garden corner, which for now is confined to a corner, but it does frequently spill over onto the kitchen table, I have to admit, which you all know camera guy absolutely loves. He's such a good sport. But the first crop I stick to for inside are herbs. Now, I love growing herbs indoors all year round, but especially in the winter time, because when it's cold and blowing outside, you just don't want to get outdoors. You can just dash over from the kitchen and snip off some dill. We've been throwing in scrambled eggs. Cilantro we've been having in salsa, and basil. You guys probably saw the Garden Fresh pizza from my Instagram this week. Herbs are a very easy crop to grow inside. Now I've got the whole indoor garden series from last year, which shows you how to get all of these planted. So you can go back and watch that for all the details. But the second crop I love to grow indoors are greens. Just started these seeds in little 6-pack seed cells maybe 3 weeks ago. These are actually going to go outside for my fall garden, but I do grow a little 1-gallon Calikim Smart Pots of lettuce indoors all winter just because I love it. The green always lifts my spirits. I love picking off the lettuces and throwing them in salads. Makes it super quick when I'm making lunch in a hurry. So I've got the seeds there, haven't germinated yet, but soon we'll have some good Paris cause romaine lettuce there. Now the third crop I love growing indoors in the winter are tomatoes. Again, not a full-size tomato or you're gonna get so overwhelmed. This is a tiny Tim tomato growing in a 5-gallon Smart Pot. So you can see the space is very doable here. And this tomato only grows to about 2 feet tall. I actually just recently brought this in from outside. And go back and watch my live stream from a few weeks ago on how to do that so you don't bring all the bugs in. It's already got some little flowers on it. Okay, so we've got our herbs, we've got our greens, and we've got our tomatoes back there. Pretty much covers a salad from the indoor garden in the wintertime, which is going to be a lot of fun. Now the fourth crop that I love to grow indoors in the winter, any guesses? See that behind me there? If you guess microgreens, you got it. I gotta tell you, if you don't grow anything else in the wintertime, you got to grow microgreens indoors. These I just planted about 10 days ago. They're ready to harvest. We got some purple radishes here. Aren't those pretty? Some mustard greens, and you gotta have the arugula. They germinate in just a couple of days, and they're so much fun to have here right on the windowsill because you can just snip them right into your salads, into your smoothies, to your scrambled eggs. But think about if your ground was covered with snow and you're here at your kitchen sink and you have this green growing, what a lift. I know a lot of you might be wondering, what about grow lights? Well, that's the second thing you need to know when growing veggies indoors. And the answer to that is it really depends what you're growing. If you're growing microgreens, those can grow on your countertop in indirect sunlight. This window here does not get direct sunlight, and the microgreens are growing beautifully because you're just harvesting them at a small, young stage, so they don't need a lot of light. If you're growing the lettuce, the tomatoes, or the herbs, you may want to consider getting grow lights set up because your plants are going to grow a lot faster and you'll get more yield out of them. Now, that being said, don't get scared if you've never set grow lights up before. It's not as hard as you think, I promise you. I've got a video on 4 easy setups to fit any budget, and it's also in my book, Organic Gardening for Everyone. Now let me show you my really simple setup, my favorite one. Doesn't take up a lot of space, works good for just a few plants like these herbs. This is a simple clamp light. You might already have one of these in your garage. It does have a special grow light bulb, and the cool thing about it is you can pretty much use it for any space. It's just clamped onto a PVC pipe, stuck in a jug full of sand. If you don't have the space or you don't have the budget to get indoor grow lights set up, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you get to growing and use what you have. So if you do have a sunny south-facing window, that's a great way to get started. Let me just spin you around here and I'll show you our front window. This is actually where I first started growing seedlings when I first started gardening. A little bit bright there we go. So yeah, this is where I first started my seedlings. I had no idea about indoor grow lights. This window back here gets about 4 to 6 hours of sunlight a day. So sometimes the plants get a little bit leggy. You might not get quite as much production out of them, but you know what? Anything is better than nothing, and it's always a great idea to make good use of what you got. Now that we know what to plant inside and what to do about grow lights, the third thing that you need to know when growing indoors is what to do about those pesky fungus gnats. We've all had those flying around. They're super, super annoying. What I like to do is try and prevent them before they get out of hand. So a really quick and easy way to do this is with some things you probably already have in your kitchen: apple cider vinegar and some dish soap. So grab a couple bottle caps, canning lids, whatever you have that's small that you can kind of set around your plants, and fill them with apple cider vinegar. Doesn't smell the best in the world, but it's better than having fungus gnats around. And then put a couple drops of dish soap in there. And what happens is the fungus gnats are attracted to the apple cider vinegar. They fall in, and then that's the end of them. But if you do have something that gets out of hand, sometimes I tend to get spider mites on my tomato plant. So if things get out of hand, it's always good to have a couple organic products in your gardening toolkit. One thing I really like to use indoors is Bonide's insecticidal super soap. You can use it indoors or outside in the garden. It takes out a lot of different pests, white flies, fungus gnats, spider mites. Don't let it get out of hand, and this will help knock them out. I hope you found this video helpful in getting your indoor garden started. Now what I want you to do is to watch the indoor garden series from last year. I'll put a link in the video description and in the card that'll pop up on the screen here, so you know exactly what to do to get some of those fresh, tasty vegetables growing inside. Believe me, it is going to be worth it when it's too cold to get outdoors to have some green and some yummy things that you can pick and eat inside. Head over to CallieKimGardenandHome.com. Grab yourself one of my indoor garden seed collections. These have most of the varieties we talked about today. It's designed especially for indoor growing. Grab a copy of my book while you're over there. And also you can grab those 1 gallon Callie Kim Smart Pots, so you have some fun, colorful containers to grow inside. And use the discount code Indoor Garden for 20% off. Can't wait to read your comments, hear about what you're going to be growing. Appreciate you coming along today with me. And Mac appreciates it too. It's a little treat for him. Did he do a good job, you guys? He's such a good garden dog. Good job, Mac. All right, can't wait to read your comments. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.